Yo, what is good, people? Happy Sunday, man. I'm about to hit you with a quick video, give you a whole lineup. I'm gonna give you my whole lineup, man. So hopefully you can hit that green line. Y'all know what I'm doing, man. It is definitely GPP over cash for me. I'm gonna keep this real simple. I'm actually driving on my way home right now. Don't tell anybody, man. I'm right down the street though, so I should be cool to do this. But we're going to hop right into it, man. It's a beautiful Sunday slate, 13 gamer. I'm going to go ahead and get into it. I'm doing a single entry, $27. I thought about doing that $100, but I couldn't stomach it. The Millie Maker, it looks beautiful this week. If you have a decent bankroll, man, take a shot. Take a shot. I can't do it right now. Because if I lose, I'm going to have like $20 left. I don't want to be in that situation. But anyways, man, let's hop into it, man. Starting off, QB. I'm looking at one QB and one QB only. And that's Cameron Jarrell Newton. Very simple. We all know he's playing up against one of the worst defenses in the NFL. This is a must-win spot for the Carolina Panthers, man. They have to get it rolling. I think Cameron Jarrell Newton has a enormous I don't think I'm saying that right, but you get what I'm saying. A big game, very big game. You know what I'm saying? Gang. We're going to go ahead and throw Cameron Jarrell into the lineup. Now, I'm playing him in early only as well. A lot of these players, if I can fit them in my early only, they will be in my early only. So just letting you guys know. Moving on to my top running back of the week. Now, it is very top heavy with these three studs, man. All in really good matchups. I just burped, excuse me. That's the monster working on me. But anyways, man, look, CMC, Ty Gurley, Saquon Barkley, definitely really great plays. These guys are getting crazy amount of usage, but I'm not gonna have any of them, man. My very top running back of the week is gonna be my boy Aaron Jones. Green Bay, they're home favorites. This is one of the lower scoring games actually on the week. The total's going down a little bit, and I love it. It's very positive for the Green Bay Packers, and it's positive for Aaron Jones. I have him everywhere in season long, so I'm really hoping for a big week for your boy. He's coming off a game where he received the most carries he's had all season. So I want to go ahead and lock him in versus Arizona defense. Very simple for me, man. I love him. He will be in my early only as well. At running back number 2, we have a lot of value, man. So I'm going to get you one of these value plays. Now, of course, man, we got to talk about Lamar Miller. I'm hearing everybody talk about Lamar Miller. I don't think people realize you can't trust Lamar Miller. He has been hot, though. I can't take it away from him. The man has been crushing. But if you take away that 96-yard run last week versus my Tennessee Titans, very subpar game for the young man. I really like other players a lot more than Lamar Miller, so I'm gonna be passing on him. I just wanted to highlight him because I'm seeing everybody saying fire up Lamar Miller, and I don't get it. It's not like he's elite. He's just a super average running back. So I had to state that before I move on. And speaking of super average, I'm gonna go ahead and get you my top my second running back of the week, and that's going to be Doug Martin. Don't make sense to a lot of people, but as you know, I love to play GPPs. I like to get a little contrarian. So while everybody will be on Spencer Ware, I'm going to go in the same game, same total. Kansas City's defense is not great. Keep that in mind. And I want to get Doug Martin. He's been actually receiving targets. And I guess John Gruden actually likes this young man. Well, Doug Martin is not that young anymore. But he's receiving the most work that he's had in quite some time. So I'm going to roll with old Doug Martin in this situation. But other guys to just point out to you, I think Jordan Howard is in a very underrated spot. Very cheap price tag. Spencer Ware, of course. Now, I won't tell you not to play Spencer Ware because he's on a super explosive offense and could definitely fill in with the Kareem Hunt situation. Other guys you can look at, I really like LeGarrette Blount. Even Derrick Henry, dare I say. Derrick Henry looks okay in this spot to me, but that could just be some of the homerism because I'm a Titans fan, so, you know, take that with a grain of salt. Ty Montgomery actually was receiving work last week, so he could be on the radar. 8 attempts, he played like 45% of the snaps, so we could look at him. And then I think one of the chalkier plays will be old Carlos Hyde. He is very, very cheap, $3,300. That's dirt cheap, y'all. We can definitely plug him in. But anyways, I'm not going there because I don't know the split situation. It could be a full-out TJ Yeldon type of game, so, you know, we don't know what's going on with the Jacksonville Jaguars. But I'm going to go back up to my boy and Doug Martin, and we know he's going to at least at the bare minimum receive 10 rushing attempts, so that's okay with me. So I'm gonna go ahead and rock with him as my top receiver. It's very simple. I'm going with Adam Thielen, point blank period. I shouldn't have to explain that too much. I actually like Stephon Diggs being back. That means all of the attention won't be just on Mr. Adam Thielen. So I'm going to move on to my second receiver. Second receiver, I'm going to get you a cheapie because we need a few cheap guys, man, because I want to pay up in a few other spots. So I'm going to go all the way down to the $4,000 range. Let me see. And there's a few guys in here. I think Michael Crabtree and John Brown, I think they're way too cheap, man, like just straight up. Now, I know Lamar Jackson is not going to pass for, 300 yards, but if these guys can break one, anytime you have a mobile quarterback, is very hard to contain wide receivers, so keep that in mind. They're very cheap. I'm actually using Crabtree in an early only lineup, so just putting that out there. But anyways, Adam Humphries, I was looking at him with no Deshaun Jackson. I was like, man, Adam Humphries looked good. I have the correlation with Cam Newton, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. Quincy Enunwa, I was like, man, nah, I'm not going to do it. The guy I decided to go with is Jermaine Kearse, the teammate of Quincy Enunwa. Jermaine Kearse, this last game, I'm gonna just pull up the game log. This last game, 12 targets. Now, I know a lot of people may see that and just completely write it off, but Josh McCown is one of the most elite average quarterbacks. You heard me correct. He is one of the most elite average quarterbacks. He's light years better than Sam Darnold. But he's a rookie. That's to be expected. And he's going up against my Tennessee Titans, so I really have faith in him because I think the Titans defense is pretty sticky. Jermaine Kearse is definitely going to ball out. When you see 12 targets from a veteran QB and a veteran receiver, they're going to have some rapport. These guys have played with each other for a few years now, so I don't think it's a fluke, man. I'm going to go ahead and lock in Jermaine Kearse, and he still left a bad taste in people's mouth from the chalk week when he was chalk and he laid a goose egg. I don't know what week that was. It was probably week 7. It looks like he completely did not show up, but I really like him in this situation. $4,000, I don't think is much more we can ask for. If we see, half of those targets, I'll be okay with 6 targets from a $4,000 receiver. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in. I think he's in a very decent spot. Moving on to my last wide receiver. Very simple. Emmanuel Sanders taking on Cincinnati. I know I said that Tampa Bay is one of the worst defenses in the NFL, and I still stand behind that, but Cincinnati is not far behind these guys. So I want to go ahead and lock in Emmanuel Sanders. And yeah, call it a day, man. Case Keenum was almost in consideration for quarterback, man. I was looking for a cheaper quarterback that I wanted to play, and I almost landed on him. But I got to ride with Cameron Jarrell. So I'm going to move on to tight end. Now, I don't have Spencer Ware, so I have to get some exposure to this Kansas City offense. And I'm going to get mine through Travis Kelce. We know he's going to see at least 10 targets. Should be a big day. People are going to play Tyreek Hill. He costs $2,000 more. I want the cheaper guy who has just, not as much upside, but barely. Like, you get what I'm saying. He has plenty of upside is what I'm getting at. But he is not coming at the super premium price. So I want to go ahead and lock in Travis Kelce. And then you like, man, you got Cam Newton, but you did not have a receiver. But I do. I'm a flex a receiver. And it's getting crazy out here, fellas, because I'm flexing a tight end as my flex. It sounds stupid, I know, but when I look at my lineup, I really dig it, man. Greg Olsen can have very, very huge games. We know he'll be targeted when we get down to the red zone. I really, really like this move as flexing my tight end. Greg Olsen is in a very, very decent spot, taking on Tampa Bay once again, that terrible, terrible defense. So that's who I'm going to go with, man. I really like the situation. And then my defense, of course, we're going with the Titans. No, we're not. We're going to go with the Packers this week. Packers are in a very good spot, taking on the rookie Rosen. Like I said, Green Bay, home favorites. Pretty, not a super low implied total, but it's not massive, and the total is moving down. So I really like that for Green Bay. That's going to do it for me, man. Yeah, hopefully y'all like this lineup. If not, don't play it. Yeah, man, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to go ahead and post this before it gets too late. I want y'all boys to bless up, cash out. Let's get to the green line. If you got any questions, hit me up on Twitter at DFS Mastermind. Y'all bless up.